Hello, this is Film Adventure, and today we are going to do a film review. This is the first film review on the channel, but it's going to be a recurring series that I'll do in the future. We're going to talk about Arrival today, so I'm going to go ahead and just warn you of spoilers in this video. So now that that's out of the way, to begin, I love how the story starts. I love how it starts off with that one scene of her and her daughter, and I love how ambiguous it is throughout the movie where exactly that falls in her timeline. Whenever you start the movie, it makes you think that it was something in her past, but as you continue on, it becomes more and more clear that she's never been married, she's never had a daughter. So where exactly would that fall in the timeline? So that slow reveal to show that that was in the future, I thought that was wonderful. I thought that was probably the biggest selling point to me in the film. It was also probably one of the saddest openings to a film since Pixar's Up. So I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, depending on who you are. If you like to cry, then great, that's perfect for you. I especially liked in that first scene how she says, "Come back to me," to her baby whenever the nurse is giving the child back to her. And then she says the same thing, "Come back to me," right as her daughter flatlines later on when she dies. I thought that kind of gave it a little bit of a poetic feel to it. I just really like how poetic the movie was. It even started off with the same shot and ended with the same shot to kind of prove its point that that she can see time, that time is not linear. So the film is not necessarily linear because it starts off and ends the same way. I mean, of course, time is linear for us, so the movie is linear, but the way they edited it, it really sold that time is not linear idea that they were trying to get across, and that was definitely a very good plus for this movie. I think it's definitely one of the best types of sci-fi movies, and what I mean by that is it's a sci-fi movie that uses science fiction to tell a very real story about people. It doesn't focus entirely on the science fiction aspects of it. It just uses the science fiction parts of it as a vehicle to tell a human story. And that's what the best sci-fi should do and has always done. Another note is that the movie has absolutely stunning cinematography in it, and also Amy Adams did an amazing job as the lead character. I think she was practically robbed not getting nominated at all for any Best Actress Oscars this year for this movie. I think she should have definitely at least gotten a nomination. I would have given her Best Actress if it were up to me. Obviously it's not. I would have given this movie Best Picture as well. Because Arrival is my top movie for 2016 out of all the movies I saw that year, last year. And it's probably the best sci-fi movie that I've seen since Interstellar, and that came out in 2014, so that should say something. It's not only the best movie of 2016, but it's the best science fiction movie since 2014. I really liked the way that it viewed language and showed us exactly the importance of language, because most people don't think too much about language unless you're a linguist or study Spanish or French or something in school. We don't think too much about it in everyday lives, but I really liked how the movie sold the idea that language has a deeper meaning than just simply communication, that it can affect your entire worldview and how you interpret the world around you. I thought that was a very interesting concept. I thought it was it definitely added to the movie for me. I also really enjoyed that one line about what the Sanskrit word for war is. He asks her what it is, and she says it's a desire for more cows. I thought that was hilarious. One of the best lines in the movie. That, and whenever that one guy says something to her and she says, "Do I have to talk to him?" That's another one of the best lines in the movie. Another note as to the whole using science fiction to tell a story about people rather than a story about aliens. I think that this one was directly using that technique, and it actually, towards the end, the alien ships end up disappearing. We don't know where they came from. We don't know where they go. We don't even know if they were really existing, because they're gone just as soon as they got here. I think that drives that point in even deeper, that this movie was never about the monopods. It was always about her interpretation of the world, and it was about sacrifice. It was about love. It was about her love for her daughter and seeing the end of her daughter's life and choosing to still know her daughter and experience that life, even though she knows the hardships and the price that comes with it. And that price is that she loses the life of her daughter and the love of her husband in the process. I think that's one of the best human stories in a movie that I've seen recently. It's definitely one of the contributing factors as to why this is one of my favorite movies for recent years and my favorite film of 2016. There you go. I highly recommend Arrival. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely go out and check this movie out. But that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.